News 13 has learned the only abortion provider in Asheville closes tomorrow, making the closest access to the procedure in the upstate around Charlotte. The announcement comes as the Supreme Court rules in favor of anti-abortion activists. The justices struck down a Massachusetts law requiring a 35-foot buffer zone between protesters and abortion clinics. News 13's Hope Hanselman joins us now. And Hope, the ruling today doesn't technically affect the clinics in North Carolina.
That's right. Unlike other states, North Carolina doesn't have buffer zone laws. Still, some say the ruling puts women's safety at risk, while others believe this is a victory for free speech.
They are in an emotionally stressful situation, and to have someone yelling at you over a microphone.
Monroe Gilmore has spent more than a decade escorting patients of Femcare into the building.
Our role is to be in front of the clinic and to try to keep the tension low. There are demonstrators there every day that they do abortions, and for some women coming in, that's a frightening prospect.
But Gilmore says they've relied on this fence to keep protesters at a reasonable distance. The parking lot is private property and off limits.
People are not allowed onto private property, so there's no real problem.
But a Supreme Court ruling struck down a Massachusetts law that required a 35-foot buffer zone between protesters and clinics. That has Planned Parenthood in North Carolina worried.
We certainly hope that existing law to protect clinics will be upheld in North Carolina. There have been protesters that have harassed patients and blocked access to care at many sites within the state. And the ruling today by the Supreme Court is deeply troubling.
Melissa Reed wants to make sure laws that forbid demonstrators from blocking access to health care will continue to be enforced, and more clinics may have to rely on fences like these and people like Gilmore.
It's a very good setup for patients coming in. It's still frightening, and sometimes they aren't sure what to do when people are reaching out to them with information. They are, of course, free to take it if they want to or not.
An attorney for the anti-abortion protesters said the ruling affirms the First Amendment and proves the government cannot reserve public sidewalks for Planned Parenthood. Now, coming up at 6, plans for bringing abortion services and a large women's health care facility to Asheville.